Hello everyone, this is Ambika. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video, I would like to share all the details regarding Cognizant hiring process. The details of what are the different roles Cognizant offers and what is the package for each different role and what is the exam pattern for every role and what are the sections were involved in each different role and how to prepare and everything we will be covered. Okay, before going to start the video, please do subscribe to my channel to get the latest updates of placement activities and hiring processes, and please do encourage me and hit a thumbs up. Okay, now let's get started. Now let's see what are the roles and packages offered by Cognizant. And the first one is GenC, which is 4 LPA, and the second role offered as GenC Elevate, which is 4 LPA plus skill bonus, and the skill bonus is around 25,000. And the third role is GenC Next, which is 6.5 LPA, and the fourth one is GenC Pro, which is 5.4 LPA. And we will be discussing what are the exam pattern for each different role, and the hiring process of GenC and GenC Elevate will be similar and they will take place at the same time. In the hiring process of GenC Next and GenC Pro, the exam pattern is similar and they will hire at the same time for these two roles. Now let's see what is the exam pattern of GenC and GenC Elevate. This is the exam pattern of GenC and GenC Elevate, where first we need to register ourselves in the SuperSec portal. Once the registration deadline is completed, they will give a list of shortlisted resumes. In this registration we have to upload our resume, and based on that resume they will shortlist, and once the people were shortlisted, they will receive a link for an assessment, round 1 assessment. And here it makes a difference of GenC and GenC Elevate, where for GenC Elevate only CS and IT people can apply and other branches cannot apply, and where for GenC any branch can apply. In CS and IT people, AC, Mech and any branch can apply. And you can apply only for one role, you cannot apply for both. If you apply for GenC, you cannot apply for GenC Elevate, and vice versa. And the GenC Elevate is a technical assessment where it involves coding and that assessment. So I would recommend, if you are not good with coding, go for GenC, which is an aptitude test. Okay. Next, once you clear this assessment, if you pass the criteria, then you will undergo both GenC and GenC Elevate. People will undergo a communication assessment. The communication assessment and the technical assessment, aptitude assessment details, what are the sections involved in that will be covered later. Please do watch the video till the end. And next, the third round or next round is a technical interview, where there is a different interview. For GenC people there will be a GenC interview, and GenC Elevate people there is a Elevate interview. But obviously both interviews will be same. All the questions asked in both the interviews were same. So next, if they were selected, they really perform well in that interviews, they will receive an offer. Okay. Now let's see what are the sections involved in exam pattern of GenC. The GenC exam pattern, the round 1 is an aptitude test, as we discussed before. It contains of 3 sections, where the quant questions are 25 and logical questions are 35 and verbal is 20 questions. And once you qualified this test, the next is a communication assessment, and it will test your speaking skills. The only thing you should do is all the instructions will be provided to you through an audio, like robot is speaking to you. Only the audio will be instructions will be given to you, and listening to that instructions, I would recommend you to wear earphones or AirPods, so that you will be clearly hearing that what are the instructions given through audio. So in the first section it will say that please read the sentence which is displayed on the screen, and then you have to read the sentence. So once you read, the next question will be there. So like that, you have to read like 10 or 8 to 10 questions, 10 sentences in 6 minutes or like that. So in the next section is like it will give an audio clip. You have to listen that, and the audio will be played once only. And once you listen that, you will be asked some questions based on that. Please listen the audio clip carefully, and while listening, you please put a pen or paper and write all the keywords in that, so that once the questions are asked, you can easily answer them. Okay, the next section is like you will be listening one audio, and there will be error in that audio. You have to find the error and repeat the sentence again. And the next section, the last section is like you will be given a topic where you have to read about that topic, speak about that topic. 1 minute or 45 seconds will be given to think about that topic, and once the time left, it automatically starts recording, and you have to speak about that topic what will given. And while thinking, you can take notes as well. It will be useful really. And you have to speak about a topic 2 to 3 minutes about. Next, the third one is an interview. Okay, before going for interview, you should be well prepared, because you reached the end of that. You passed the exam, communication so it is the final one. You should be very careful, and I would recommend you to please watch the interview experience video which is uploaded in my channel, so that before going to interview, you will be having a clear idea of what are the questions were asked in that interview, so that you can prepare accordingly, and what are the tips and what are all the questions will be covered in that video. Okay, this is what GenC Elevate, GenC. Next, let's see GenC Elevate process. The GenC Elevate, there are 2 sections, not 4, mistake here. 2 sections are coding and SQL. You will be given 3 coding, where there are dynamic programming. The difficulty level is medium to high. I'll say it is medium to high, and the SQL of 2 questions. And you please try your best to solve any one of the question. Don't you lose your confidence even if you are unable to solve any question. You try at least to solve one question of SQL, because some of my friends and even me were qualified the exam where I solved only one question of SQL. So don't lose your confidence at any point of time. Till the ending of your exam, you try your best to solve at least one question, and it will be really helpful. Okay. Next is a communication assessment, which I have told everything about in GenC process. So it is similar to that. It is same. Next is an interview. So you please watch an interview experience video before going to an interview, and you well prepare for all the questions. What are similar questions that are asked? Okay. Next, so as we discussed before, the GenC aptitude test will be of 100 minutes for 3 sections, like 1 to verbal, analytical, done. And next, GenC Elevate, which is a technical assessment, we already discussed, that is 90 minutes. There are 2 sections. So one is SQL and programming, that is coding, 3 questions, SQL 2 questions. Okay. And the communication assessment is same for both GenC and GenC Elevate once they qualify these exams. So it hardly takes 30 minutes, I guess. So if you complete fast, it will be completed. Okay. It basically tests your speaking skills. You should be very actively speaking in that test. Okay. What are the instructions given? You should be listen carefully, and you should have to speak very good. That means, okay. Next is the GenC Next process, where first you have to register in the SuperSec portal, and once you have registered, the resumes will be shortlisted, and the people whose resumes were shortlisted will be having a round 1 will undergo round 1 assessment, that is an online assessment, and the details or sections involved in that online assessment will be covered later. Please do watch the video till the end. Next is a round 2 assessment, which is an interview. There is nothing like T or HR interview. There is only one interview where all the questions were asked. Next is GenC Next offer directly. And now let's see here. You can apply for Okay, now let's see GenC Next. The round 1 online assessment where 4 sections were involved: MCQ, coding, SQL, web. The MCQ will be 15 to 20 questions you can have, and the coding will be two coding questions and then one SQL question, one web question. Where in the MCQ all the CS subjects MCQs will be there, the technical questions, and in coding you will be having 2 questions. The difficulty level is medium to high. They will give dynamic programming, and in SQL they will give a data, one table, all the data, and they will ask you the question will be like, they will be asking you to find the output. You know that to write the query, to print this, or to like that. Mostly they will be asking about having group by these queries. These queries you have to use there to get your answer. And the last one is web, where you will be asked to using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. You will be writing your program, where you will be like, one example is you should print hello, and once we click on that, that is hyperlink, right? Once we click, it will go to another page where the hello should be displayed in color, like that. They will be asking you. See here also, don't lose your confidence. Even if you don't get any of these questions, the web question is or SQL even, they both seems to be easy. You try your best to keep all the MCQs correctly, and if you don't get coding questions, any one of them, you don't lose your confidence. You solve at least one, that is SQL or web. So web will be easy, I guess, and if you solve that, you will be selected, because some of my friends were selected only who solved only one question. Okay, and if you know all the questions, that is well and good. Next, the next one is directly an interview. There is no communication assessment like GenC or GenC Elevate, and in interview all the same. Please do watch all the, specifically for GenC Next, the interview is different. For GenC and GenC Elevate, the interview is same, you can watch, and for GenC Next is different and GenC Pro is different. Okay, in GenC Next you will be asking more about Java, and the tips, all the tips and what are the questions that were asked will be covered in another video. Please do watch that video. Okay, next, the GenC Pro, first we will be registering, the resumes will be shortlisted, and once shortlisted, they will undergo round 1 assessment, which is an online test, and next the round 2 is a course, not an interview. So this is what makes the difference between GenC Next and GenC Pro. Here, once they qualified the test, the interested people can go an AWS course. For that course, you have to pay 4K to 5K, nearly around 4K to 5K, and once you pay, they will give a course to you. You have to complete that course within deadline. The course will be, you will be learning, all the instructions will be given, and you have to do labs in AWS cloud platform. Okay. Next, once the course is completed, the interview will be scheduled, and the interview will be asked on that course itself. What you have done that course, all the questions will be asked, and also some TR questions as well. Next, once you perform well, you will get a GenC Pro offer. Okay. Okay, now let's see what is a GenC Pro exam pattern. That is round 1. You will be having an online test where this is similar to GenC Next. All the exam patterns and questions similar to GenC Next, and I discussed every section clearly, what questions will be there in before only. Please watch clearly. And in GenC Next process, I discussed how coding questions, SQL and web will be given in GenC Next, because it is similar to that. And next is an AWS course. Next is an interview experience, right? Interview, and you should watch an interview experience videos before going to that. Okay, I have covered everything related to Cognizant, and if you have any comments or any questions, please put it on the comment section so that I will reply to you if you have any doubts. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much, and please do subscribe to my channel to get the latest updates of placements. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.